Sunday, September 24th, 2023. They're the future! Only me. Inumimi and werewolves may share common ancestry, archaeologists say. Lionfish invasion decrease. A successful trial? Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacterial infection. There's something missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know, I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. Oh, wedding planning arguments. It's too dainty. Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No takebacks this time. Hey. I don't know. Maybe let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Damn. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? True, true. Hey Arcaplisa, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow? Or red, black, and purple? Don't make me make this choice. Yeah, bae, don't put Arcaplisa on the spot. Nah, it's quite alright. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. Exactly. Why are you guys death staring me? I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh, please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tomodachi. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. That's fair. Budgeting is important. With every event. We have to be realistic, but weddings in general are expensive, true? Isn't like I saw the other day, like the average wedding is like $35,000 or more, Whew. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. Damn! That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extend. Do you even know half these people? That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I'll have to invite all of them. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. They are? I mean, that's nice. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford it either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be some random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying, and I don't want you to. Saved by the bell? Phone went off, yeah. That's whack. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Arcaplisa. Of course, what can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. With a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? Nah, any strong coffee with spice will do. That's heated. Heated. Spicy kick. Ginger or the ginger? What is missing? Oh, the fidgets. Who stole the fidget spinner? Who would steal a fidget spinner with his details on it? What? With his socials. Okay. I mean, I thought about giving it back to him, so I don't really care. But still. And a Jane 2-brick for the lady. Oh, an oldie goodie. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. That's so funny. You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. Aw, they're so cute. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. So cute. That's better. That's way better than the arguments that we are. My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. Just kiss. Just kiss already. Hold hands. This is so much better. It really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Never enough. Ugh, disgusting. I'm gonna need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to water, that is. Hyde, sorry, didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Goo-goo-eyed. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me, Akaplisa? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or the base? Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something. Then double it. Let's try to do what he was talking about last time, maybe? But we didn't have the ginger. He wanted like the red and yeah, spice. And double it, so yeah, 2. And I don't think I have anything to give him, so here you go. I felt up for the challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you cracked the Hyde code. So, well, this is kind of troublesome, Akaplisa. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if ever I tasted one. Yeah, I just did not have the ginger yesterday, so... Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So, you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Yeah. Forgive an old man, his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this every time I visited. She lived near the harbour. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. Was this a friend or a love interest? Ooh. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire lifespan, friends come and go. Damn. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Dang. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? Oh, look at Lua's cute smile. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey! Here we go again. I mean, isn't that the point though? Is, you know, the wedding part for anyone is just a day. The rest is, you know, you gotta be ready for the rest of your life, not just looking forward to the wedding. Good to see that some things don't change. Whoa. And such a dramatic backdrop too. You should start serving popcorn, Alcaplisa. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. I'm gonna have a drink. Bye, Alcaplisa. Bye, Hyde. See ya. Bye, Lua. Damn. What can I make you, Mr. Baileys? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yes, chocolate with honey and milk will do. Intense. Wait, I should probably do it in the right order. Chocolate with honey and milk. He knows what he wants. Chocolate Miruku. Oh, with a little heart on it. That's cute. There we go. A Chocobi Maruku. For you. Perfect. This feels so good, Alcaplisa. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. Whoa. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. Tch. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Well, I would hope so. But why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out this situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Yeah. Since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lua and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. You know, it sounds like you should elope and not care, but I don't think Lua really wants that because she is very family oriented. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? That's a good question, actually. How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly? I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start in truth, but if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? Tch. You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's pinning online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. I mean, just because she pins something or likes something doesn't mean that she wants it. It just means that she might be taking light inspiration from it, or that she, you know, she thinks it looks cool. You'll have to buy it and shove it in her face. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding. Just because I'm estranged from my family, I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. Is that what she wants, though? I mean, that's a whole conversation they need to have. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man. Mr. Hyde? No, it's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good. Because I was gonna say it whether you like it or not. Alright. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want. Yes, this is what I was saying. But what does she actually want? As if you can know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then, give her time to figure it out. It's not gonna help if you pressure her. With 1,000 suggestions a minute, true. That would be very overwhelming and lots of decision fatigue. Or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, as you call it, just to make you feel good about yourself. Yeah. Hyde coming in with the hard truths lately, just pew, pew, pew. True, but still hard. But what if we take so long that we reach old age? I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. And we're still not married. If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. That's true. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get in this wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Yeah. It's good that he's trying to be involved, but like, yeah, he doesn't have any kind of vision either. Obviously, the main part of a wedding for the people getting married is the fact that you're getting married to each other, and that should be the main focus for yourself. Like, that's... doing that is like... I mean, what? Most weddings have at least a handful of issues that arise on the day, right? You even see that in like, in movies or whatever. So if you're focusing on, they're getting married today, or I'm marrying my... for him, I'm marrying my girl, I'm marrying Lua today, then those issues kind of become less stressy, I would presume. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Bailey's. But it also wasn't wrong. Give it time and figure out what I want? Huh. Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling, doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was, but now I'm moving. Until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency, just in case. But there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you gonna do then? Couples counseling? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. That's a joke. That's definitely a joke, right? Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? Phew. I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Alright, dude. Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. He's on a roll right now. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business, like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago, but my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt? Shh. If my mafia buddies found out, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that, you don't sugarcoat your advice. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them. He's moving here to be closer to Gala. Ooh. What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Oh, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Baileys? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keeping bickering? No, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm gonna leave the topic alone for a little while. Good, Alf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Arcaplisa. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde? What was that about the mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk, but it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short, cause it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. And at some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? You know me well, Lisa. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing, I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, Hyde-shaped. And I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem, Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys, didn't he? He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the beowulf, so I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view. For the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly we hear a tap on the window. He was doing the lewd. Let me guess, that was Gala? The wolf himself. He peers inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car was shaking. We all just kind of freeze and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" I mean, definitely did not kidnap him. Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Arcaplisa, I wish. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a contentious bodyguard if ever I heard of one. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have a chance to explain the situation. At least, not until he removed my gag. Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality, he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Damn! Oh, Gala. Agablisa, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala, even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account, so he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. Yeah, I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, huh? That's what you took away from this story? I mean, yeah, he kept the car for so long. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Oh yeah. Still, the rain stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all remaining cred. I hope the car's safe and sound. Okay, we gotta catch up on our stuff. It's sometimes scary how many things come into factor as you make a decision. It shouldn't be that hard, right? I have tons to think about every day. Like how to make your timeline more fun. I could really use a good cup of tea right now. Come here, Myrtle. Wait, I'm gonna like that one. Maybe she'll come tomorrow. Bad traffic at Yale Street. Avoid. Dad just found a missing photo album of my childhood, and I can only wish you can see how cute I am as a kitten. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Arcaplisa? Yes? Nah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. Okay. Strange. And a safe journey home.